Hola Libras, this is your mid-month for August 2018. This is a general reading. Keep in mind it can be applied to love, family, friends, finances, or business, etc. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. My rates and info are listed below. In addition to my email, send me an email. We can go ahead and we can set that up. Things I need to mention, my 2018 Sun Moon readings are in my playlist. Go look up what your Sun Moon sign is and then check out your behavioral traits. In addition to your predictions for 2018, it does not matter when you view it. When you see it is when you were meant to view it. My compatibility readings are also up in my playlist. That is my project of passion, so those are going up at my own pace. Make sure you're subscribed to get notifications. I'm on the Instant Go app. Text only if you need a quick answer to a quick question at a reasonable price. And then otherwise, let's get to your reading. So Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides of the universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity for Libras for the last 2 weeks of August 2018? What were their energies prior to? What are the energies they can expect from August 15th to August 31st? And how will they be moving out of the last 2 weeks and into September? Please grant me the objectivity to read these cards as they're intended to be read and say your messages as you intend to be said for Libras, the last 2 weeks of August and the period surrounding it. Can you please show me previous energies for Libras? Libra, like Libras, Libra, zebras. 4 of Cups in the upright. And can you please show me what are the energies they can expect the last 2 weeks? They're pushing out the Page of Swords in the reversed. Okay. And then finally, moving forward, we have the 2 of Wands in the upright. All right. So again, keep in mind this is a general reading. I might be, never mind. I won't get into that. Because it's just time, and more time will be burning up if I just start babbling. So here we go. 4 of Cups, energies prior to the last 2 weeks of August. You're in a period of, yeah, things are coming to you. Offers are coming to you. You're not really hyped about any of them. They could be job offers. They could be love offers. They can be, you know, anything kind of new coming in. You're really kind of disinterested. It's interested with this card in particular because in the traditional, usually somebody is fixated on the 3 cups and not paying attention to the one being offered to them. But in this deck, this cat just doesn't seem interested in anything. He's just lounging about, you know, being leisurely, like, yeah, I see what you're bringing in here, but I just don't have a taste for any of it. You know, I'm not, I mean, he has a plate in front of him. Maybe he's grazing on that a little bit, but he just doesn't seem really overwhelmed with anything. Nothing is really catching his attention. So some of you might be rejecting offers that are being presented for you because they're really not providing any stimulation. You know, really disenchanted. Like say if you're in the dating scene, the opportunities that are coming around, they're just not anybody that you're connecting with. So you're just being really apathetic in regards to everything, feeling unfulfilled. And to me, there's a sense of inaction in regards to this. I feel like you guys are just hanging out like this cat. I don't feel that you guys are kind of necessarily doing anything about this. You're just sitting and watching things being brought to you and sending away plates. Not in a crappy way, but just that's what I'm kind of getting. Now, we have the Page of Swords in reverse, so you're getting into the last 2 weeks of August. Not a very good energy, okay? If it's a person, it's usually somebody who goes around as a gossiper. They're talking about you in a slanderous manner. They have a huge need for attention. And if it's not a person, it could. And they're also manipulative too. I'll just throw that in there. And if it's not a person, it is the energy. You might have a fear of kind of like expressing a view that you have, communicating something that you know, or, you know, it's kind of being suppressed in that area. Being challenged. Being challenged and then not being able to say what you really think is what I'm getting. And I am pulling clarifiers, but I think it's more of the energy. It could be a person in your midst that's talking behind your back. We all know that one person. I get the energy is that you guys know something, but you're not going to say anything about it. Or you're unable to say anything about it. Or if you do say something about it, you know, there will be consequences or there will be confrontation, and you don't want to have to deal with any of that. So you're just kind of laying low. You're just keeping it in your pocket. Alrighty. So here we have the Two of Wands moving forward. Now the Two of Wands is about choices, and it could go back to this. You're staying kind of quiet on something, and here you're deciding on a choice. You're going to have to make a choice of either staying with something that you know or taking a risk. So I feel like, you know, staying quiet, don't disturb the peace, don't make any waves, or take a risk, say something, and watch everything blow up. You are taking time to kind of like, you guys are a little bit indecisive, so you're taking some time with this choice, okay? You're waiting to see things come in. You're waiting for results. You're waiting to kind of factor everything in before you decide which way you're going to go, okay? I do think that the one path is actually, because the Two of Wands is very much about new way of doing things, having a vision, but it has risk involved with it. And you don't know if you necessarily want to do that. You don't know if you're necessarily ready for this. All right, let me pull clarifiers here. Because it's weird, because I'm getting apathy, inaction here. And then here, same thing, silencing yourself. And here, deciding on, oh, am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? Am I going to say something and I'm not going to say it? So this general spread is about you guys just kind of like going from one sedentary phase to another sedentary phase. I'm not seeing, and even though the Two of Wands is about action, I mean, it can be about action and moving forward. The two really is the beginning of it and deciding, okay, which way am I going to go in regards to this? Whatever that situation is, however it resonates for you guys. Can you please provide a clarification on the Four of Cups? Why is the Four of Cups here in the upright for Libras? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages, please, for the Four of Cups. Person, personality, perspective. Three of Swords. Okay. Four of Wands. Along with the Hanged Man. There you are, the Hanged Man. You're just kind of lingering. So I don't know if there was a breakup in your past. There was a loss of some sort. I'm just kind of getting that this is going to be kind of crazy. You broke up with somebody that you share a home with. I'm getting this kind of vibe. I'm getting like, yes, I'm getting a love vibe. I don't want to have to point to that, but I'm getting that. So you guys had something in your past. I feel like you broke up and you guys might have gotten back together. You moved back in together with the Four of Wands. And I think you had a lot of hope that this was, I feel like this was like a renewed love. You guys are giving it a second chance. You're trying to figure things out. But the Hanged Man, it's just not working out like you thought it would. You're just kind of in limbo. You know, you thought it was going to work out, but here you are just hanging out going, this isn't working out like I thought it would at all. If it isn't a romantic thing, it could be, you know, an opportunity in regards to a job. You had some sort of loss and then they ask you to come back. You know, they say, you know, will you come back? Will you work for us? Things are going to be different. Everything's going to be fine. I mean, and here you're just kind of like, well, I don't know, but I'm going to give it a try. So you do, you give it a try. You're hoping for the best. And then what happens with the Hangman is you're just kind of hanging out. It's not really doing anything for you. So you're actually getting you're trying to get a unique perspective here on what you're going to do. You're using that time that you're hanging out to just kind of think about things. You don't want to leave. You don't want to stay. You're trying to figure out, maybe you can come to some sort of compromise. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with this Page of Swords. Could you please provide clarification on the Page of Swords in reverse or the Knave of Swords in reverse? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages, please. Okay, person. I'm getting the sense that some of you want to leave, but you don't want to say it. You think it's going to cause a lot of waves. The Four of Pentacles, Queen of Chalices. Okay, I just got the message. I just got, well, it's not that bad. That's pretty much what I got. Like, it's not that bad. You know, like you guys are saying, whatever this situation you're in, you could say something, but you're like, it's not as bad as it could be, you know, and then I'm seeing things about it. Well, you definitely aren't leaving because you have dependence. Either you have dependence on a person, financially, because we had the Four of Pentacles here. So being in this thing, whether it's a job or with a person, it gives you stability and security, and you're holding on to your possessions because you don't want to lose them. So maybe that's one of the reasons why you're hanging out. And the Nine of Pentacles suggests financial dependence on somebody. So that's another reason why you're kind of hanging out, because you kind of, you know, you're like, well, I could say something, I could rock the boat, but it's not really that bad, you know, considering what I have. I'm really kind of getting that, whether it be job or a person. And the Queen of Chalices here, additionally, the person isn't that bad of a person, I feel like, or it's not that bad of a situation. Like, if it's a job, you're in some kind of job where it actually helps others. And for you Libras, that means a lot. You guys like to like, you like to help others. You like to get people to a better place. So you see the value of this job and this career. So it's, but maybe you just don't like the people you're working with, or, you know, what have you. So it literally, to you, it's not that bad. If it's a person, it's somebody who's nurturing and they're devoted and they're supportive. They're like, you know, the mother that, you know, takes care of you, and, you know, she's helpful, and she's not a bad person. So I feel like, you know, it could be way better with this Four of Cups. You know, there's better stuff out there, but you're just like, well, you know what? It's really not that bad. Things could be worse is what I'm getting. And then I think you have a very apathetic view, like, oh, well, you know, I'll just sit here. I won't do anything. So that's why I'm getting inertia in regards to this whole spread. But here I feel like going in September, you guys are you're going to come to a fork in the road, and you're going to be feeling a little more pressured into deciding what you're going to do, because you don't necessarily want to hang out in this limbo, in this, like, forever. Your patience, even with you guys, your patience runs out after a while. You'll sit on something for a really long time thinking about it, but eventually you guys do move forward. Can you please provide clarification on the Two of Wands? Why is the Two of Wands here? Two of Wands also speaks of partnership. You might move on to a partnership with somebody, making plans with somebody, future plans, a new way of doing things. There's a possibility of doing that, maybe to go into a business venture with somebody, or, you know, a relationship with somebody, and you know there's some risk that goes along with it. So you're saying, well, I can stay where I am and there's no risk and it really isn't that bad and everything's fine, or I could kind of get crazy and just take this other road and just kind of see where it leads. So you're at this precipice in terms of making a decision when you move into September. Please provide clarification on the Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages, please. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, you don't know if you continue on with this, the one path that you're on. If you're going to get a return on your investment, you've put a lot of work into this. And one of the reasons why you're walking away, or might want to choose the other path, is because you aren't getting what you've put into it. Like I said, things are really complacent, or you're not emotionally fulfilled, or what have you. And then the Ace of Cups in reverse, some of you might be feeling a little bit, you know, a little bit depressed. A little disappointed. I'm just getting whatever this is not fulfilling you, okay? And you guys are repressing feelings in regards to this. You aren't saying what you need to say. You aren't feeling what you need to feel. I don't see you guys doing anything. I see a lot of thought process. Oh, finally. Good Lord. We are going to do something. Okay. So after this process, the Magician comes in. So you guys you pick up your little magic wand and you're like, okay, well, how can I start making stuff happen for me? How can I start turning these visions of what I want into a reality? So we're talking about that fork in the road, the riskier thing. Here's where the Magician comes in. And you say to yourself, I don't want to waste my resources anymore in this job, in this relationship. Something's got to give. This could be your come to Jesus here with the Seven of Pentacles going, you know, I put a lot of work into this. Nothing's really coming back, because you're weighing options here. And then you're saying to yourself, you know, but the more the negatives are coming out. And, you know, I'm depressed all the time. I'm crying a lot. You know, it really isn't feeding my soul. I can't say or feel what I want to feel. I always feel like I have to kind of hold that back. So, the Magician is you coming along saying, I'm done. I'm ready to, like, the Fool comes prior to this, and it's kind of like, you know, taking a risk without, you know, really having a lot of resources or having a lot of foresight or just going, oh, let's do it. But at least with the Magician, you have resources available to you. You have tools available to you. You have the ability to manifest something for you, to make something magical happen. And I feel like going into September, you're going to make the decision to do so. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a period of inertia. Well, 2 weeks really is a long time, but you know what I mean. It's going to take a lot of soul searching. It's going to take a lot of thought process. But the Magician card kind of tells me it does finally kick in, and you do finally decide to move forward and decide to create things for yourself that you're deserving of. Okay? All right, Libras, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading and upload it for you. Keep in mind, if it resonated, consider a personal reading. Rates and info are below. In addition to my email, just shoot me an email.